Hello and welcome back to Star Trek Online. We're in episode 5 today. The last episode we rescued the crew of the the SS Azura. Let's see where our adventure takes us now.
Starfleet has lost contact with the Federation science station in the Kasei system, because all communications from Kasei 2 must be boosted by a satellite that compensates for Metreon isotopes prevalent in the system. It may be that the communications array is in need of repair. Please make the necessary repairs to the communications array and re-establish contact with the science station.
Alright, sounds easy enough. Let's head there and see what happens. Alright, let's begin the mission. Sir, I'm detecting Gorn ships in range of the communications array. I recommend we deal with them before we assess the damage to the array. Shields up, prepare for combat. See if we can somewhat alpha strike the guy. Yeah. A level 5 alpha strike. Whatever works, right? Alright, scan the satellite. Lieutenant, readings are showing that the communications array has been heavily damaged by the Gorn. At this range, we should be able to contact the research station on Kasei 2. However, the station is not responding to hails, and our scans are detecting multiple signs of multiple fires on the station. Sir, the researchers may be in trouble. Recommend we send an away team to the surface. Let's go.
The Gorn. They just stormed in and started shooting.
Tell us what happened.
The first sign of trouble was when we lost contact with the communications array. The Gorn beamed in and started shooting. They destroyed our computer core and took thousands of artifacts we spent years collecting. Then, as if destroying decades of archaeological research weren't enough, they started setting fires. The Gorn. They just stormed in and started shooting. Captain Jean-Luc Picard and the crew of the USS Stargazer discovered ruins from an unknown civilization here almost 60 years ago. The Federation Science Council has been researching this site ever since. It's a fascinating find. There are more than 40 kilometers of catacombs under this facility. We've barely managed to explore a quarter of what we think is here. 2 years ago, we found a star chart in the catacombs that indicated that this civilization had contact with interstellar travelers more than 15,000 years ago. The chart led us to another site on Kasei 4, where we found the most extraordinary artifacts. If we're correct, the race that once lived here may have been an advanced proto-reptilian race. The Gorn. They just stormed. The Gorn have extremely long memories. Thousands of years ago, the Gorn hegemony ruled this entire sector. In their minds, that means these planets are still theirs. The alliance with the Klingons has inspired the Gorn to start rebuilding their empire. Every planet from here to Cestus 3 is in danger. The Gorn.
Did everyone escape the fire?
Everyone. There are several members of our team still unaccounted for. Please, you must find them. The Gorn destroyed our automated fire suppression system in the initial attack. You will find fire suppression devices on the walls that you can use to fight the fires.
You'll be safe on the Republic. I'll find your team.
I'm coming with you, Captain. There's too much at stake, and I know this project.
Alright. Am I blind? Yep, I am.
The Klingon invasion was a blow to Gorn self-determination and identity.
Let's see. How many more? Right there. Some Thoron particles, in case I ever decide to do any crafting. Or research, is what I guess it is now. Used to be crafting, you had to do it at Memory Alpha. That was
These kinds
a
of
long time
raids
ago.
are the Gorn's attempt to reclaim their identity through their history. Look at all this damage. We'd have helped if the Gorn had just asked. I guess when one of your leaders turns out to be a shapeshifter, though, it damages your sense of trust.
Ow. More stuff. I am terrible when it comes to using hypos. Never equip them. And then I wonder why I die. Oh, we're stuck. There we go. Alright, scientists are rescued. What's next?
There's another research team on Kasei 4, involved in a dig at a promising site. Given what the Gorn have done here, I'd imagine that team is in trouble. Captain, we have to check on them. If the Gorn have taken over the dig site, the researchers could be captives. Or worse.
Alright, let's beam up and warp over. Sir, attempting to establish a communication link to Captain. The Gorn ships are detected. Powering up weapons. Alright, red alert. I've always loved the space combat in this. It's simple. I've always liked it better than the ground. But I do like that they removed that you have to have a crew. Certain attacks would just, radiation attacks specifically, you'd kill your crew, then you can't do anything very efficiently. It was a giant pain. Scanning for additional hostiles. It appears the ship is safe for now, Captain. Located the dig site on the surface, sir, but there's a high-intensity energy field surrounding it that our sensors cannot penetrate. I can beam an away team to a location outside of the field, sir. Ready to transport on your command. Let's beam down.
This is the dig site that our team was working on. They set up several shield generators to help protect the most important artifacts from further damage. There's a small encampment under the shield dome. The Gorn probably came in and took over everything. If we disable the shield generators, we may be able to get inside and rescue the other archaeologists. Look up. You can see the shield generator beams. We can follow those to find the controllers and turn off the system.
All right. Most of the time, all this little stuff, I usually just sell it.
The team here found
Little amounts of credits add up.
Civilization that may be a relative of the Gorn.
Shield power is dropping! What is going on?
Our understanding of Gorn evolution is woefully inadequate. Are they even offspring of the Preservers? The Gorn territorial claims aren't entirely without merit, but they would displace billions of people. A diplomatic solution could help to save Gorn heritage without disrupting Federation colonies.
More fluctuations! Increase the power to the shields! The protective shields are down! Incompetent fools!
Well, that guy's big. Ow.
Want to beam up?
Aw. Yeah, no, we're not carrying tribbles
There's no
around.
sign of the other team. The Gorn must be holding them captive elsewhere.
We're too late. Sir, the Republic has detected Gorn starships probing from the far side of the planet. If they kidnapped those archaeologists, they should be aboard those ships. Republic has logged on your signal and can beam you directly to the bridge. Beam me up.
You are meddling in affairs you do not understand. This system was the home of our ancestors. It belongs to the Gorn by ties of blood and conquest. We will not allow grave robbers and thieves to desecrate hallowed ground without punishment. Prepare for death.
Alright, well, here we go again. Battle stations. Sir, locked on the hostages, ready to beam them over. Beam the hostages aboard. Researchers have asked that we leave them here, sir. They say they want to do what they can to recover the research and assess the damage done to the ruins. Starfleet will be sending a team to assist them. We can leave the system whenever you're ready, sir. Alright, let's go. They want to stay here and deal with the Gorn? Let them.
If the archaeological sites in the Kasei system really are from a proto-Gorn culture, we will have to weigh carefully the knowledge we gain versus what the Gorn claim to be their own history. The Federation Science Council has a lot to consider. For now, though, I'm glad the researchers are safe. Good work.
Alright, what do we get? I guess I'll take a new phaser beam array. Career-specific rare kit.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
And promotion.
Commander Burgess, Starfleet Intelligence. There's something I'd like you to look into. It could change the course of the war in our favor. We have intel suggesting that the Klingons are operating a secret weapons facility in the Hiromi cluster. We also believe the base is under the command of Ambassador Bavat, a controversial figure in Klingon politics. I'd like you to get to the truth of the matter, and soon. To that end, I'm sending one of my top agents to join you on the mission. I think you'll find Lieutenant Van Zyl to be a very capable officer. Don't hesitate to seek her counsel in the field. Proceed to the Briar Patch and find out what the Klingons are up to. If there are any weapons there, you are to deactivate or destroy them. And should you encounter the ambassador, do bring him in. I'd like a word.
Alright, and with that,
Admiral Quinn said...
we'll end it here for tonight. And I'll see you in the next one.